smiling. But yes, I am still very happy to be at Rotaract Chambogo. When they mentioned us at Chambogo University, I saw President Mimi smiling a lot. But you know, the time I was at Chambogo University, I don't even remember, some of you were not born. Very many years ago, or maybe you were in primary school. Winnie, where were you 2017? But yeah, I am very happy to be here this evening and to see all of you that have come to join the Rotaract Club of Chambogo. I think the last time I was here, it was a red house. Then today we are looking for the blue house, and it's actually not yet on Google. So, President, you might have to help this place and put it on Google Maps. I hope the next time we come, it is now not a greenhouse or something. But we are very happy to be here this evening. I would like to start with recognitions, and I want to, President, because of time, he didn't give us a chance to do introductions here and there, and to get to know the people that are here. But maybe just by show of hands, I would like to see the Rotarians we do have in the house. Rotarians. And Rotaractors from other clubs. And our guests. Thank you. I needed to do that introduction in 1 minute. I am very happy to have you all. And so I would like to recognize the presence of our Rotarians. Thank you very much for joining this club today as we have this meeting. I also would like to recognize our district leaders that have joined this club today, and I'm requesting you to stand up so that this club can see the district leaders that have come to join us. I'll stand from the two people behind who are standing in their capacity. Well, if Aloisi decided to stand,
she'll stand on the stool.
But we can see her. So today we have Aloisi Kumkunde, our Stewardship and Qualifications Chair. She's from the Rotaract Club of Nansana, and she has come to join us today. You know, this club is one of the clubs that should qualify for grants, and she's here to guide as president to see that we get that grant as we agreed, and we do that great project that we are working on. Thank you very much, Aloisi, for joining us. Next is Douglas Sebaduka. Douglas is from the Rotaract Club of Kampala City, and Douglas serves as a district executive secretary. Thank you, Douglas, for joining us. Very many people here have received emails from you. They are now very happy to meet you physically. The beautiful lady next to Douglas is Irene Tinker. Many of us call her the money bags. Tinker is a district treasurer. But I want to remind you that she doesn't move with money, so don't look for her for our money is on the account. So I don't think she has current money in her bags, and you look for her for nothing. The next gentleman is John Ivan Ouchi. He's our Rotaract Earth Initiative Chair. Ivan is from the Rotaract Club of E-Club Uganda Global. He likes to say that for him he represents the world because their club has global. who is here now representing as a district leader, is Mutiava.
Yeah.
Yes. Adrian is from this club, the Rotary Club of Chambogo, and he serves as a Deputy District Executive Secretary. A man that comes from a cold place but is feeling cold when he's in a warm place. I don't know why you're feeling very cold today. But the gentleman here, most of you have heard his voice. And someone who told me, I want to meet that man. Like I've heard every call you log on to, he's there. Yeah? Now he's here. You have him with us. It's called Semelera William Atwoki, boy from Kaihura. If I don't mention that, he won't see. William is from the Rotary Club of Kaihura, and I am very happy that William has joined us today. William works in Masaka. He fellowships in Kaihura, studies in Kampala. Adrian wants to add something else.
He has a wife in Jinja.
And the other wife from Jinja. Okay, the wife is Adrian's initiative. So thank you very much, William. Something special about William is that I did my recent visits in Western Uganda, and while I was there for 2 weeks, William decided to take leave from his work for the 2 weeks, and he was moving with me. He was moving with me at every club I visited. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it. And of course, the gentleman right here is our ADRR assigned to this club. Kakura Frank is from the Rotary Club of Chitante, and where I am not able to be at this club because I have to visit very many other clubs still, Frank is very present to guide both physically, online, whenever you require it, and he's supposed to see that our club achieves all the goals. And of course, he has been supporting already and guiding the club here and there. So, President and team, do use him as you can. Thank you very much, Frank. And still on recognitions, Unity Presidents, I request you to stand up. You know, I put on the paper doesn't sing it very well. You know, whenever I go for a visit at some club and I find some other presidents that have come to join the sitting president, it gives me joy because I get to know that the president is actually working with these other leaders, and I know you're uniting together. So thank you, President, for joining us this evening and for seeing that you're supporting science in this day. And of course, the rest of us, the Rotractors, for making time to come here this evening, for choosing to come. You'd have decided to go home and be comfortable at home, but you have decided to come at the Blue House this evening. I do thank you for coming, and a special recognition to the guests of this club for coming and spending time with us. Now, I want to recognize and appreciate this club and congratulate you, President, and the team on the achievements that you have so far had. It is the second month of the year, and you know, second month of the year, you should have really ticked off many boxes from our targets and our goals as a club. So I want to congratulate you, President and team. I see that we already have some boxes ticked off, and I want to appreciate you for putting in your time. I would also like to thank the team. I am very impressed by your be taking on with interactors. I think that is one project that is very key to this club, that when you talk about Champion, everyone knows about the great work you're doing with the Interact clubs, and I want to applaud you, President, and the team, and I encourage you to continue doing that. You can even bring other clubs on board so that we have very many other interactors again here and there. The board meeting has reminding the team that when I see an Interact club being guided the right way, I am very pleased and very impressed. Because people that were Nyanji Cows, we had a very different image of what Interact is and what Interact was. There is no way you would even let me join an Interact club board, because the image we had was very different from now what I later found out. So you that have a chance to actually grow leaders in Interact, but also to mentor them to understand what our organization is all about, and call upon you to take it on with enough vigor so that they know by the time they are exiting the school and they're able to join Rotary, they understand what we do in this organization. I don't think we had a mentor in my high school. If we did, the Interact club wouldn't have been doing what they were doing. So you that are mentors, please be good mentors to those interactors. And I want to thank you already for the work you're doing. So we had a very good, engaging board meeting, and I was very happy to meet the majority of the board members of this club. And we looked at ways of moving the club forward in different dockets here and there. And I am pleased that the club has goals that they target to achieve, but also these goals do align with the district goals. And I just have a few that I want to look at and mention to us, because some of these actually come back to us as members of this club, and even of course the visitors. And one that I want to start with is public image. I am starting with public image today because earlier today morning we signed an agreement between Rotary and NBS to be able to give us a platform to tell our stories a little more. So I wanted to start with that because I want to call upon this club and of course the rest of us, the Rotaractors and Rotarians, to talk about our great works, to tell the story of Rotary and Rotaract. It is us that are going to paint and create a good image in the circles that are outside Rotary and Rotaract. The reason that's why we're coming to this is because we are doing amazing things. We are doing great projects, we're impacting communities, but the world outside there does not know that we are doing that. They instead think of other things. All of you, okay, most of you must have seen different posts here and there asking about what we do as Rotaractors, as Rotarians. Some of them have tagged us to this and that, and yet we are actually doing great things. I want to use an example that last weekend on Saturday we were closing off a PR campaign organized by one of the clubs. And I was talking to the audience and telling them about how when we were going to the district conference, I was excited as someone going to attend a district conference in Barara. And I was not posting on my, you know how we be excited, everyone is posting on their statuses now and then. And I was posting on my statuses, ISKCON Barara, this and that, Rotary that. And my cousin sister came inbox and she told me, Abby, we have always known you as a very decent girl. When did you join Rotary? Do you see that? The people outside there know the moment you join Rotary, you have become indecent. Is that the case?
No.
But do you know why they think like that? Because we are not letting them know what we are doing in Rotary, in Rotaract. You see, I have always talked about Rotaractors. Most of our projects are actually not always here where we sit. So we get to get good transport. We are very excited and we are going somewhere to create impact. But then we never talk about that. We instead take photos and we are talking about different things. The most common one I've been talking about is our window picture. You know that bus, whenever we enter a bus, everyone wants to take the head through the bus, like this, and then the two fingers, you know? That is a common picture that everyone takes. Literally every road tractor I've seen them with that picture. And once you're done taking that picture, you come and post on your status and you're like, Katiniwa. How are we supposed to know where you are if you don't tell us? You are heading somewhere to create impact in a community, but you're not talking about it. You're instead asking us where you are, yet you know where you are. You know? Tell us, I have set up with the Rotary Club of Chambogo, right? We are going to, where is the project? We are going to Maige. We are working on a maternity ward. We are doing this and that. And talk about that impact that you're going to create in that community. When you do arrive there, take action pictures, get videos of people doing great here and there. Record people that are benefiting from the projects you're doing and tell us that. Come and post that on your socials, post that on your statuses, and talk about the great impact you have created. The moment you have done that, if we come now later together and we are celebrating the great smiles we have created in the Mayuge community, if you later post your beer and you're dancing with your friends, someone will now know you are just celebrating. Because someone outside there is happy because of the impact you created. But you see, the other day we are all silent, we have not talked about the project at all, but then in the night when we have gathered for the after project, Snap, WhatsApp, Instagram, everything has bottles of beer. I'm not saying you shouldn't drink, but also talk about the projects before you talk about the celebration. We are posting more of the celebration than the work we are doing. And so we are calling upon you this year to talk, not just this year and every other year, talk about the great works we are doing in communities so that we change the image that we have outside there. And this is collective efforts. It's not only the public image share that is going to do that, but all of us as Rotaractors and Rotarians. Let us tell our story. This year we have hashtag Rotary Ayamba. We have this is Rotaract, Unite 9213 UG. Let us use all those hashtags as we talk about the great impact we are creating in communities, and we shall change the image that the world outside the Rotary circles has. Let us do this together. Are we in agreement? Yes. Great. The other area that this club targets on doing great art is membership, and it also aligns, of course, with the district areas of focus. And of course, guided the membership director. I am looking for her. Yes. And the board on how we can see that we are doing great with membership retention, but we're also doing great with membership attraction. So much as I guided the board, I also want to ask the members of this club to take on the membership attraction. Because it's not only the membership director that will do this alone. We have to do this together as members. You have been, you know, this is the oldest club. You have been a member of this club. Have you ever invited a member to come and join you for your weekly meetings? And yet you do come every other week for a meeting. You leave your sister lying in bed. You leave your workmate in office. Most of you leave office and you're rushing. Guys, I have a meeting. I'll see you tomorrow. And these are you that would have actually joined us here to create impact together. But you never tell them where you're going. All you keep telling them is, I have a meeting, I'll see you tomorrow. Talk about Rotaract. Tell them that I am going for a Rotaract meeting, you escort me. You might not actually just ask them to join. Just let them come and join us here, and then they see what we are doing. They could be able to join us. And I want to emphasize that when we are inviting people to join us, we shouldn't just invite them for meetings. I did not join Rotaract because I was invited for a meeting. My sponsor invited me for a meeting the first time, and I did not like what I found. I did not. People were standing, others were down, others were shouting, the other was taking a picture. I wasn't impressed by the organization of my first encounter. Frank has mentioned that I love very organized people. There was no organization in the first meeting when I joined. So when we were going back home, I told my sponsor that you guys, I didn't understand what you were doing. You're very disorganized, I can't join you. The next time, he called me for the next meeting. I came. This time they were seated, they were paying attention, but the speaker was talking about membership. Now, before you join Rotaract, it is very hard for you to understand when someone is talking about membership, because they will talk about, array numbers, they're talking about this and that. Like, I didn't pick a thing from the presentation, and so I wasn't impressed even the second time. So I still told him, no, I cannot join you because I don't understand what you people are doing. And I left again. The third time, he called me and I refused. So he came home and picked me and told me this time I'm not taking you for the weekly fellowship. You see, what is funny is that we even call it fellowship, but you reach and don't find anyone praying. Because whenever someone says we're going for fellowship, you would expect prayers, But you come with people seated, talking about norms, you don't see the prayer bit of it. So, but now this time he called me for, it was an awareness, I think, for they can call it a project, but it wasn't really a big project because they just wanted to do something in the community so that the community can know they are there. And they were doing this with the mother club. So this time he came, he picked me, like, we are going. So we came, and when we reached the parking, where we parked, there were very nice cars. Very nice cars. And so he told me, actually those are cars for mother club members. Mother club members, what do you mean? So where are they? And he's like, they are there. You come, I show you. So he pointed at the first lady, like, the owner of the other first car is that lady. The owner of the other car is that gentleman. I'm like, what do they do? Some were doctors, others were lawyers, others were like successful people here and there. But now these people had aprons on and they were holding brooms, others were having spades, and they were cleaning up. But I think they were doing a Sunday market. They were doing a cleanup in the area where they were doing an awareness program. They just wanted to be known around. So now looking at this very powerful woman with an apron on and a broom sweeping, I started asking, that if these people actually can be here, maybe there is sense in this organization, So like, okay, since these people have decided to come and also join, maybe there is value, let me try it. So that time, I now agreed to get mentored, and the rest is history. Why am I telling you this? I just want to remind you that a member will not just come because you have invited them for your weekly meetings. Invite people for the projects, invite people for the fundraisers, and all the other activities you have joined, planned as a club. And you could interest a member or two, depending on the activity you have invited them for. And of course, I also want to talk about TRF. This club has a target giving to the Rotary Foundation $1,000. Now this target is not going to be achieved by our TRF director alone. It is all of us as members who give to the Rotary Foundation. And I was asking this club to apply for grants. This is the money that actually comes back to us. So when you're giving to the Rotary Foundation, you're doing an investment. you're investing in health, you're investing in education, because this money comes back to us, and it's the one that we use to do those community projects. So let us give to the Rotary Foundation. Members of this club, when the chair of director shares that link, and Adrian, I want that you to be sharing that link on a daily, so that a member does not decide to buy beer instead of giving to the Rotary Foundation in the name of I did not see the link, right? So put the link in their faces, that even when you want to do something, TRF is calling now and then. So team, let us give to the Rotary Foundation, so that we add value to the community projects that we are doing. And I also want to call us to have Rotary and Rotaract knowledge. It is very important to be a knowledgeable Rotaractor. I was here smiling when we were reciting the goals. I kept looking at most of us, and we were very humble. But now, that is what we start with, really. You cannot be a Rotaractor and you don't know your goals. You have to understand the goals of our organization. But besides that, let us understand what Rotary is. And we have these tools and this knowledge on the Learning Center. If you are a Rotaractor and you have not even done a course on the Learning Center, log in to your account in My Rotary and learn as much as you can. Because these courses are very short, 15 minutes, you can do courses and you learn what the organization is about. So that the next time your cousin is asking you about Rotaract, you don't start giving excuses. Some of you, they ask you, what do you do in Rotary? You know, those people that don't know us very well, they think Rotary is everything. They don't know the difference between Rotary and Rotaract. Well, of course, we are all under the same body of Rotary. And they'll be like, but you Rotary, what do you do? And you know, you're with that person for 3 hours, but then you start telling them, it's a long story. It's a long story. Why do you say it's a long story? You can explain what we do in 10 minutes. But you say that because you don't have knowledge about the organization. So let us empower ourselves. Let us go to the Learning Center and do those courses so that we understand the organization that we belong to. I always tell people that I didn't really get mentored. I was assigned a mentor, yes. I don't want to blame my club, but she was transferred. And so she could not mentor me. But the fact that I had now agreed to join, it was up to me to understand the organization I was joining. So I had to read here, read there, and I got to know what Rotaract is all about. So let us get to the Learning Center. Don't wait for presidents. If they have not put a training over the weekend, go and read about membership, and you understand. So let us read and be very knowledgeable as Rotaractors. But also, our first goal of Rotaract is to develop professional and leadership skills. And this year, personal growth is one of the key areas. We are serving, we are impacting communities here and there, but we also want to be empowered as Rotaractors, because it is very hard to pour from an empty cup. So make sure you gain something as a Rotaractor. Grow in all capacities. Grow as a leader. If you're given a role to take on, use it to be a better leader. And also grow professionally. President, you can have your club members paired to other club members that are in the same profession for guidance here and there. So that we are growing together in this. So as a Rotaractor, ensure that you're growing in all capacities and that you are gaining even as you're impacting communities and serving above self. And of course, one other thing that we can't forget to do as Rotaractors is to respect ourselves in everything we do. We don't want Rotaractors from this club to be the ones that will be referred to as, that girl, I don't want to get associated with her. Don't be the person people are running from. be a good road tractor that values people, but also you value yourself, you respect others, and you do respect yourself. And so with that, I would like to call us and invite us to the district activities. And I want to start with the Rotary Council Run. It is a few days here, it is a few days away, and I want to assume that everyone in this house has a Council Run kit. My president has responded. I don't know.
To respond about that, I would like to invite our council chair to say one about that. I forgot to speak about it with this.
I don't know if it's right to speak it, but yeah,
I requested.
so far we have 56 kids.
Okay, the club has 40 members, they are full 56. Well done. If you are a club member and you don't have a kid, and you're not among the 56, we already have your answer. But let us buy these kits, and we are supporting a good cause. If you have not met a cancer patient, you don't know what pain means. I have lost someone over cancer. I was at the Cancer Institute for some time, and you would look at how people are suffering and you want to cry. So let us come together, see that it is the pain that these people have. And the other time I was in Western Uganda, one of the members was asking me, but now we are looking at building a cancer center at Zambia. How are we people in Chaka going to benefit? My only response was, you see, if you do not support the cancer center at Zambia, you will have to travel from Chaka and go to Kampala, and then from Kampala continue to India, right? So if you have it here in Kampala, we are now not going to be referred to India because we'll be able to do the treatments here. So let us come together and put our efforts together. Is the pain that our patients go through, and whoever has not bought a kit, please look at it. Even if you're not present on Sunday, buy it. The money will support. Buy the kit and let's do this together. And I want to invite us for the next district event after the cancer run, and that is the Road Tract Act Initiative. This time we have our Ray edition in Kenya. We have had the last 10 editions in Uganda, and Kenya are our partners, so it is in order that we go to Kenya and create the same impact. So I call upon this club president and the rest of the road tractors here to join in, and we see that we are still creating impact in Kenya, and we are still conserving the environment. From the minutes I have, I am going to give our Ray chair a minute to invite us better to Ray Kenya. But before he comes, he'll come at the end. I also want to invite us to the next district event, and that is the Road Tract Festival. We always come together as road tractors to celebrate the great works we have done as road tractors, but also appreciate our corporate members, the ones we have at club level and also at district level. And this is, we're going to have a Road Tract Festival on the 14th of March, 2026. It is that week that closes off the Road Tract week. So let us come together. President, put it on your calendar, and let's have very many members of this club to join us then. And of course, finally, when we have ticked off all the boxes and we are very happy, we come together to celebrate, we come together to connect and to learn at the district conference. It is going to be in Entebbe from the 16th to the 18th of April 2026. President and team, we want a big delegation from this club. Right now we're paying only $99 US. Only. And the beauty with that is that we're even paying in installments. You can pay $10 today. Why is my friend Travis?
Drinking the money.
somewhere. No, Travis is my very good friend. Travis, before you sponsor someone tonight, pay for the discount. And you know you can pay $10, next time add some dollars like that, up to 31st October. After that, they will add $100 US. You don't want to pay that extra. Why would you pay the extra 100 when you can just pay 99? So let us pay and we come together, celebrate at the district conference in Entebbe. And so with that, for me, Travis, when you were away, I introduced you as my very good friend, but I haven't seen your name on the registered team members for this one yet. All right. And so with that, I would like to mention that for me, visiting this club today is not the win. The win for me will be when this club has ticked off all the goals that you have set for yourselves. And we come together to celebrate, and we come together to jubilate for the achievements we have done. I do thank you very much for having me this evening.
Thank you so much, our dear for coming. We appreciate the words of encouragement, wisdom that you shared with us as a Club of Champions. However, before we proceed to the next item, you have talked about the region. Within 2 minutes, please take the floor. Speak to us.
Thank you, Church. Habari. Jambo vizuri.
The microphone in there yet. Okay.
All right, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is John Ivan Yuki, the Road to Earth Initiative Chair, Ray, for 9213. Thank you, dear, for giving me the opportunity and your minutes to say a word to these people, Robert Chambago, and all of us. Guys, Ray Kenya is on. Today morning, we launched the link for the payments. There is one that has been circulating to us for registration, but today morning we launched the one for payments. To reserve yourself a slot to move with us to Kenya, you will be paying 380,000. This money will be catering for your transport, accommodation, meals, and the activities we do. We have a lot to do that side. These people have been visiting us for the past years and have been coming to do the projects with us. So this time round, we are going their side. And I want to encourage all of us to register and make payments. The good thing about it is these payments can be done in installments. We have just a few months left, 1 or 2. We are working against time, and I would want to request you people to enable us to organize something very nice for us all to make timely payments. You can pay in installments 100,000, 180 until you complete the payments. We shall be closing the payments by around 15th October, because the event is on 24th to 26th. We as a planning team for Ray, we hope to move the night of 23rd so that we have more time while in Kenya. You know, in most cases, we always have a full day of traveling. And by the time people reach the venue, they are tired, they can't move around, they can't do adventure. But this time around, we are planning for more time so that people have more time to move around and enjoy the place. I encourage you people to make the payments. The link is on. President, I want to request you to send me a member, a Ray officer from your club, help us in the mobilization. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, our Ray Chair from the district. We appreciate it. And I would like to bring to your attention that this club has already been so supportive when it comes to Ray. And at this point, I will appoint Travis, Ray officer. Please, Travis, get in touch with the district Ray chair. Make sure that at least we have a sizable number that will represent the club to Kenya. Thank you so much. Well, at this juncture, we would like to invite to go into questions, and I will give only 3 opportunities for people to ask you questions to the PR. The floor is open. No questions? Yeah, thank you so much for being precise and concise, being on point. I believe members, friends of Roman they taking your message. And I believe that the results will be positive when we see these awards that you shared with us. Well, it's against that background that I would like to invite membership director. Can this club assembly to fellowship?
You should get short videos. One long video doesn't work.